The accusation against me is that I made up a sexual harassment complaint to take a promotion. The wife of the man I accused is the one making it. She is right. I made it up. I worked at a regional architecture firm in Charlotte for 9 years. I was a senior associate. I was on the partner track. My main competition for the next promotion was a man named Michael. We had been hired around the same time. He was a year ahead of me on the track. We were, by the partner's open description, the two frontrunners for the next opening, which was projected to come up in the spring of 2023. Michael was not a bad coworker. He was not a bad person either, which is the part I want to be honest about. He was competitive. He was sharp-elbowed. He took credit for things he had not done. He once gave a client presentation built almost entirely on a deck I had drafted, and he had not put my name on the title slide. He was, in other words, exactly the kind of male associate who gets ahead in firms like ours. And I was, in other words, the kind of woman who has been watching that happen for 9 years. In January of 2023, I filed a formal complaint with HR. I alleged that Michael had made several inappropriate comments to me at a firm offsite the previous October, that he had touched my lower back without consent in the hallway outside a meeting, and that he had cornered me at a holiday party in a way that had made me feel unsafe. I alleged it with specific dates and specific witnesses I had pre-coordinated, vaguely, with 2 female colleagues who had not seen anything, but who had heard me talk about how I felt about him. Michael had not done any of it. The off-site remarks I described had been a one-line joke he had told the whole table that was, at worst, dated. The hallway touch had not happened. The holiday party corner had been a real conversation that had been, on his side, entirely about a project deadline. The complaint was investigated. HR interviewed me 3 times. HR interviewed Michael 4 times. HR interviewed 12 other people. The 2 female colleagues I had pre-coordinated with were interviewed too. They did not corroborate the specific incidents. They could not, but they did say I had been visibly uncomfortable around Michael for months. That was enough. The investigation closed in March. The finding was concerning behavior that could not be conclusively substantiated. Michael was given a formal reprimand. He was removed from a client account he had been leading. He was not promoted. He was, in the partner's language, not in a good position for the firm. The promotion went to me in May. Michael stayed at the firm for 6 more months. He left in November. He took a job at a smaller firm at a lower title. He told the people he worked with at his new firm that he had left because of a HR situation that had been unfair. He told this to his wife in the version she had access to. His wife started doing her own digging in 2024. She reached out to a couple of women at my firm. Most of them gave her the official story. 2 of them, and I do not know which 2, told her things that did not match the official story. She started looking at my LinkedIn. Bethany started looking at the timeline. Bethany started looking at me. I got an email from his wife 2 weeks ago. It was 3 lines. It said she would like to ask me some questions about her husband's time at the firm. It said she had been doing some research. It said she would prefer to do it in person. I have not responded. I have been drafting a response in my head for 15 days. The response I keep arriving at is a denial. I know how to phrase it. I have been a senior associate at a top firm for 9 years. I know how to phrase a denial. Bethany's email is still in my inbox. Michael is a junior partner now at his new firm. He is doing well by every visible signal. The promotion I took is, on its surface, going great. The reckoning I owe is sitting in a draft folder in my Gmail. What would you have done? Tell me in the comments.